When people talk about the most powerful and dangerous drug lords in modern history, one name stands out above the rest. Not Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, not the old cartels of the past, but a man who rose quietly, violently, and strategically. A man known as El Mencho. In the underworld of organized crime, power isn't just about money. It's about fear, control, and survival. And El Mencho mastered all three. He became the leader of one of the most ruthless criminal organizations in the world, the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, a cartel so violent, so powerful, that even governments struggled to contain it. But how did a poor boy from rural Mexico rise to become one of the most wanted men on earth? And more importantly, what really happened to him? El Mencho was born in 1966 in a small rural town in the Mexican state of Michoacán. His real name, Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes. He grew up in poverty. His family worked as farmers, struggling to survive in a region where opportunities were almost non-existent. From a young age, he was surrounded by the harsh realities of rural life in Mexico: limited education, economic hardship, and increasing influence of drug trafficking groups. For many young men in his position, there were only two paths: work endlessly for little pay, or enter the world of crime. And El Mencho chose the second. As a teenager, El Mencho illegally crossed into the United States. He settled in California, hoping for a better life. But instead of escaping crime, he found it again. In the U.S., he became involved in drug distribution networks. Eventually, he was arrested for drug-related charges in the 1980s. He spent time in prison. This moment would change everything because prison didn't scare him, it trained him. Inside, he learned how drug operations worked, how cartels moved money and power, and how violence controlled everything. After serving his sentence, he was deported back to Mexico, but now he wasn't just a poor farmer's son anymore. He was someone with knowledge, connections, and ambition. Back in Mexico, El Mencho joined local criminal groups. Eventually, he became part of the Guadalajara cartel, one of the most influential cartels at the time. But the cartel world was changing. After major crackdowns by authorities, the Guadalajara cartel began to split into smaller factions. From this chaos, new organizations were born, and El Mencho adapted quickly. He aligned himself with emerging groups, including what would later evolve into the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. The early 2000s marked a turning point. After the death of a cartel leader, a power vacuum was created. And El Mencho seized the opportunity. He took control and transformed the group into what would become the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, CJNG. Unlike older cartels, CJNG operated differently. They weren't just criminals, they were a military-style organization. They used armored vehicles, heavy weapons, advanced communication systems. They even released propaganda videos showing their strength. Their message was clear: we are not hiding, we are taking over. What truly made El Mencho powerful was his brutality. CJNG quickly gained a reputation as one of the most violent cartels in Mexico. They didn't just fight rivals, they eliminated them. Entire regions fell under their control. Anyone who opposed them faced torture, execution. Public displays of violence meant to send a message. Under El Mencho, CJNG expanded rapidly across Mexico and beyond. They became major players in drug trafficking to the United States methamphetamine production, fentanyl distribution. At one point, U.S. authorities considered CJNG one of the greatest criminal threats in the world. But El Mencho wasn't just violent, he was smart, very smart. Unlike other cartel leaders who lived flashy lifestyles, he stayed hidden. He avoided the spotlight, he constantly changed locations, used trusted inner circles, and minimized communication. This made him incredibly difficult to capture. Authorities launched multiple operations to find him, but he always stayed one step ahead. At the peak of his power, El Mencho's cartel didn't just fight rivals. They fought the Mexican government itself. In one shocking incident, CJNG members shot down a military helicopter. This wasn't just crime anymore. This was war. Entire cities experienced violence linked to cartel activity. Shootouts, road blockades, burning vehicles. The cartels showed that they weren't afraid of anyone, not even the military. Under El Mencho, CJNG became a global empire. They trafficked drugs across continents, generated billions of dollars, and built connections worldwide. Their network stretched across North America, South America, Europe, Asia. This level of reach made El Mencho one of the most powerful drug lords alive. The U.S. government even placed a multi-million-dollar bounty on his head. For years, El Mencho remained at the top of most wanted lists. Authorities knew he existed. They knew his operations, but they couldn't catch him. Why? Because he built layers of protection, loyal soldiers, corrupt officials, secret hideouts. He became almost like a ghost, seen but never captured. Now comes the question everyone asked. Was El Mencho killed? The answer is no confirmed evidence proves that he has been killed, despite rumors, reports, and speculation. As of recent years, El Mencho is believed to still be alive and in hiding. There have been claims of illness, reports of near captures, unverified rumors of death, but none of them have been officially confirmed. Authorities still consider him one of the most wanted fugitives in the world, whether alive or not. El Mencho's impact is undeniable. He transformed CJNG into one of the most powerful cartels, one of the most violent organizations in modern history. His methods changed how cartels operate. More organized, more aggressive, more global. Even today, CJNG continues to operate.